It's time now for the latest in local news. In the news, the Wayne County Board of Education has their monthly board meeting scheduled for today at 6 p.m., but also have a special call meeting scheduled for Wednesday at 8 a.m., both meetings taking place at the Tech Center. Wednesday meeting is for the sole purpose of appointing their interim school superintendent, Tony Williams, as the full-time school superintendent. The board a couple of weeks ago voted 4-1 to make her the lone candidate for the job, but have to wait 14 days before they can make it official. Again, that's scheduled for tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. at the Tech Center. Going back to the 4-1 vote, only board member Sharon Daniel voted against Williams, saying she felt Williams was not qualified for the job. Once again, the official vote scheduled for tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. At today's meeting, on the agenda, several Good as Gold recognitions this month from Martha Ross Smith Elementary. Also, Martha Ross Smith Elementary Principal will give a report to the Board of Education. Odom Elementary will be recognized at today's board meeting as a Title I Distinguished School. Under items of business, the board will approve the settling of more bonds in order to have the funds on hand for their capital improvement projects. An update on those projects at today's meeting as well. Also on the agenda, several board policies and executive sessions discuss personnel. All that takes place today at 6 p.m. at the Tech Center, the monthly board meeting of the Board of Education. WIFO then will be on hand with a full report here tomorrow on the local news. Still waiting for either the Jesup Police Chief or the Jesup Fire Chief to release the identity of that deceased body found this past Friday, located in an upstairs bedroom of residence at 204 North Palm Street. Residents had previously sustained fire damage in a fire that occurred back on January 6th. Jesup PD was responding to a call this past Friday regarding the deceased body at that residence, and upon arrival, again confirmed the presence of a deceased body located in the residence. Fire department responded to that residence at 11:10 p.m. back on January 6th to a structure fire. Upon arrival that day, the Jesup Fire Department reports upon arrival they found a 2-story structure with second floor fully engulfed in flames. Fire was contained and brought under control within 30 minutes. Upon being contacted, the body was discovered at the residence this past Friday. Georgia State Fire Marshal's office has been called in to investigate. Following a preliminary investigation by the Jesup Police Department, they state anyone with information related to the incident to simply contact the Jesup PD at 912-427-1300 or the State Fire Marshal's office at 470-572-5722. Once again, the fire occurred back at the residence on January 6th. The body discovered this past Friday, January 24th. Once again, the identity of the body has not been released at this time. We'll be back with more news after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. In other news, in Glenn County, the jury process in the case against former District Attorney Jackie Johnson is moving along, and Judge Turner says a jury will be soon impaneled. Opening arguments are scheduled to get underway sometime this week at the Glenn County Courthouse. Former DA on trial charged with 2 counts from an indictment. One count is violation of her oath of office, which is a felony, and the second count, a misdemeanor of obstruction of an officer. If found guilty, she could spend anywhere between 1 and 5 years in prison. Lead prosecutor is John Fowler from the Georgia Attorney General's office, while she's being defended by attorney Brian Steele out of Atlanta. Once again, the jury selection was delayed last week due to the bad weather, but they're back on track, and the jury will soon be impaneled. They state opening arguments could get underway sometime this week. Current DA Keith Higgins and the Glenn County Commissioner are still embattled over the operations of the 5th Circuit Brunswick Judicial DA's office, as the District Attorney Keith Higgins' office is close to $1 million in debt to the Glenn County Commission. He appeared recently in front of the Glenn County Commissioners with the new proposal that the Commissioners are supposed to vote yes or no on by February the 1st. During the meeting last week, tensions were high. One commissioner walked out of the meeting altogether. That is District 5 Commissioner Alan Booker, who stated, quote, "You need taxpayer dollars to pay taxpayers back their own money." Higgins responded, "If you want to be reimbursed, yes, sir, that's the way to do it. Prosecutor offices in the state of Georgia are funded by public funds from the state and counties serving, along with occasional project grants." Commissioner Bo Clark, who represents the 1st District in Glenn County, stated, quote, "You want us to give you extra money a month so you can turn around and give it back and to meet the debt. I'm not a financial genius, but I'm just not getting it. It's not adding up." Higgins responded, "Well, I'm not asking you to give me any money for me to meet the debt. What I'm telling you is what transpired that made it impossible for me to repay Glenn County." Higgins' plan will make full use of the original budget appropriation of $1,300,977 and authorization from the county. Higgins would be able to fill the positions of receptionist for $53,633.50 and a legal assistant for $55,906.50 for the remaining periods of the fiscal year. Plan also would allow him to hire a new 5th assistant DA for the last 2 payable periods in the fiscal year for $85,066, including salary and benefits. In addition, he would transfer another existing prosecutor position currently funded by the American Rescue Plan Act grant ARPA money to the county payroll. Cost for the position would amount to $145,742.73, including salary and benefits. Higgins said at the meeting that the plan doesn't ask you to spend another penny other than you appropriate. He says, I'm asking you to appropriate and allow us to use the full amount of the funds that you initially appropriated for the year 2025, and that's the amount of $1,300,977. Since the budget shortfall was identified back in February of last year, county has not dispersed full appropriations to the DA's office. Instead, commissioners require the DA to clearly show the staff members are working on Glenn County cases with the appropriation. County was due to pay the office $108,414.75 each month. Wayne Neal, commissioner from District 3, said if we approve this staffing at this dollar amount, the only way that I see to get it reimbursed for the other funds is to increase the budget again for the coming fiscal year. Once again, the decision is expected by the commissioners on Friday. None of the 4 assistant DAs who work in the Glenn County office are funded by the county. Only 1 assistant DA is supplemented by the county. State pays $64,365 for that position salary, and the county adds $18,057 in total supplements. 3 other ADA positions are funded entirely by the state and the ARPA grant money. We'll be back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor of the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Final notes in news. Sunday, February 9th is Super Bowl Sunday, and the Wayne County Historical Society and Wayne County Board of Tourism are hosting a Super Museum Sunday. That's Sunday from 11:30 a.m. to 2:30 at the Wayne County Heritage Center, located at 125 Northeast Broad Street in Jesup, and Magis Place Caboose, located at 101 Cherry Street. Super Museum Sunday is a statewide event where historical venues and state parks offer free admission to state and participating local venues. Plans for the event on that Sunday include tours of the Heritage Center, the Caboose, and the Railfan platform located by Magis Place. First 15 visitors will receive a free Historical Society mug. Tailgate refreshments of popcorn and Cokes will be available, and a raffle for a game day gift basket will be held to make your Super Bowl Sunday even better. And Super Museum Sunday, the Wayne County Heritage Center and Magis Place Caboose, taking place on Sunday, February 9th from 11:30 to 2:30 p.m. The Wayne County Chamber of Commerce gearing up for their State of Education event, scheduled for February 13th from 11 to 1 at Coastal Pines Technical College. Tickets are available for that event. Members $30, non-members $40. Everyone's invited. If you need a ticket or more information, simply contact the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce at 427-2028. The focus of Hog Hunters will be in Wayne County February 21st to the 23rd with the Wayne County Board of Tourism's 2025 Hog Jam. Statewide hunt begins at 2 p.m. on Friday, February 21st, and ends on Sunday, February 23rd at 12 noon. Registration for the hunt will close at 6 p.m. on Friday, February 21st at 6 p.m. with on-site registration available at Hunt Headquarters at the J.C. Fair Building. Online registration will be open through 4 p.m. Friday. Registration $50 for bow or gun hunters, or hunters can pay $100 to hunt in both categories. Hunters 16 and under hunt free with a registered adult hunter. All hogs must be weighed into the J.C. Fairgrounds in Jesup, but participants can hunt anywhere in the state of Georgia or any of the connecting states that they have legal permission to do so. Hunters must be in line at weigh-in by 12 noon, or they're disqualified. Participants are responsible for knowledge of the rules. Hunt includes a special category for wounded warriors to participate in the event. If you're interested in sponsoring a wounded warrior for the weekend, ask to contact the Tourism Board office at 912-427-3233. Registration rules are available online through active.com, or registration forms can be printed from the Tourism Board website, WayneTourism.com. Wayne County Tourism Board's Hog Jam, again, scheduled for February 21st to the 23rd with headquarters again at the J.C. Fair Building. And that's going to do it for latest and local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan, have a great day.